Hello farmers and welcome back to Chambergo. Have moved on to the month of August and the barley fields are ready for harvest. Just going over everything with Uncle Walter, and I don't know if he's pleased or displeased. I can't tell by the look on his face. It's hard to tell this early in the morning. We'll see how he feels later on. But our barley fields are ready for harvest, which is great. We got a couple things that we need to do today in the month of August. We got 2 barley fields to harvest. We got to get back up to the sheep and goat pen because, well, September is a good month to be selling some goat cheese. So I got some goat milk to get transferred on down there. And we might as well bring the wool on down too. But our tractor with the front loader, attacher, and trailer are down here because we're going to be getting some straw. I have brought back the baler that we purchased that was used. So that should be ready to go. And I was checking on the stats for that. And I should be able to use our smallest tractor on the farm to run that. I think it's 131 horsepower is it called the same? I don't know that's how you pronounce the brand name. But it's the Virtus. The same Virtus 125. I think it's actually a 131 horsepower. But the baler only requires 120 horsepower for it to run. So we're going to be using this tractor for the baler. We will have a worker following us doing this, and I'm going to put the bales on the largest capacity. This is from the bale selector pack by Farmer G, and let's go ahead in here and let's make sure we put it on the biggest bales possible, which should be 129s. Yes, 129 is what we want it on. I don't know what the size or the capacity of the bale is going to be at that, but that's where we're going to put it at. Also, our Vulture is right behind us. That's going to be our grain transport. And, of course, with the barley, everything is going down to the grain mill to make flour. So, yeah, so the ongoing thing here on our farm currently is, well, of course, we're trying to expand. I mean, as you do on any farm that you have, usually you try to expand. But the main concern moving forward, slight concern, is the sheep and goats. Even though I planted grass in their field, that's questionable if that's going to be enough to get them through this upcoming winter. So we'll probably have to sell some of them. Probably the sheep would be the best thing to sell, in my opinion. Let me teleport to the Vulture. We'll get that on down there. So we'll have to see. I mean, I can show you the stats in a moment. So we slept through the night. Their health is still at 100%, but they're already like halfway through the grass that's in the field, which seems kind of surprising to me, just from what I remember going through at Penye for 180 goats. But that was a pretty big field there too. So, but yeah, usually the larger the field, the more the pen can hold. So yeah, you would think it'd be in sync of the size of the pen and the grass field that you put. But yeah, our animals are going through the grass pretty darn quick. So probably in the future, the grass field, and I am eyeing up, I've been kind of hemming and hawing over to the grass fields I was looking at just before I started recording. Obviously, the one right down here by our farm would be good. I mean, make the grass bales here, and then I always have to bring them up to the sheep and goats. The reason why I like this field is because yield potential is 115%. And, of course, it is right next to the farm. Other grass field to look at, it's a little bit cheaper, is this one up here. Yield's not bad, 102%. And then, of course, I just have to bring the grass bales here. I guess I would question of, because I'm not going to use the grass field always for grass. I probably use it for silage. I mean, it's still grass, but we're going to make it into silage. Maybe where I would sell the silage. But I don't have the money to buy either field right now, so we're just going to have to go with it. Just go with what we got. And kind of go with the same option that we had the previous winters of if we can't feed them or have enough grass to feed them, then what we'll just say is another farmer's going to feed them and they get the product from them. Nope, this tractor was running. Let's go ahead and lower that down. Turn that on. Make sure I got automatic drop turned on. That would be good. So we'll turn that on. The only concern I got with the worker is the worker going to stop and slow down on follow me when the bale gets full on a round baler. I have no idea. Turn this on. Enable straw swath. That's what we want, of course. Oh, you know what you didn't do there, Smarty? You got the baler up and going, but there's no one in the seat. You gotta hire someone. Let's do that. Yep, 25 meters behind will be good. Francesca, No, Francine. Francine is the one that's going to be following behind us today. Oh yeah, I'm also getting kind of low on the fuel, but I do have a fuel tank at the farm, so if I get, extremely low during this harvest, then we'll just go up and we'll top off with some fuel. If I don't have enough, then we'll buy some. Just want to make sure that she's picking up the straw, and she is. So, winner, chicken dinner. So, probably this upcoming winter when we do sell the flour, that's probably when it'll come time. And, oh, sorry, not flour. What am I talking about? We got the bakery, so it's all the way to making bread. When we sell the bread, we should have enough money to buy either grass field. And then, of course, I'm going to need a mower. We do got the baler. And depends on what kind of mowers I go for or can afford. If I can buy one that swaths the grass, then I don't have to worry too much about it. If I just buy a big mower and it spreads it, then we're going to have to get a windrower for it. Because I would kind of do the same thing. I would just get that tractor right behind us, get a worker, and they can bale the grass behind us. I am going to wait for that first bale to come out because I want to see how big capacity a 129 bale is on a round baler, because I do not remember what a 125 is. I think 125 might be 3,000 liters. So if that's the case, then a 129 should be 27,000 liters. Not too bad. Looks like we did suffer some hail damage over here. It's to be expected. So last time we did harvest the canola field. That is sitting in the silo waiting for the opportune time to sell that. I think we got like $30,000 worth of canola off that field. Something like that. Keep looking behind me, expecting to drop a bale at any moment. Again, I'm glad I got this nice big header for this combine because it's going to make harvesting this field at a decent pace compared to the way it was previously. The next field is going to be a real pain because that is very hilly. And, of course, yeah, we do kind of struggle on getting up and down the field a little bit. Straw bales, if I really need the cash, I could sell them whenever. So we'll probably just put them aside and hold on to them and then sell them maybe in the wintertime. I say maybe. If I get that far with them, of course I'll sell them in the wintertime. Actually, I can jump back into that tractor. While this is unloading, we can see the capacity currently of the bale that we have. Yeah, so the only problem with a bigger header is I'm at the extent of the auger for the combine. What do we got for capacity in here currently? Well, already we're up to 22,000 and it's only half full. So that means one bale of straw is going to be pretty much 50,000 liters. So, winner, chicken dinner. How are we doing in this field? Of course, pH value is bad, so it looks like we need some lime maybe for this field. Wait a minute, we're not done unloading. Why? Unload a little bit more. There we go. Shouldn't back up too much because the follow me worker is going to want to back up as well when I get there. So yeah, I'm going to try to get this when I get a full trailer. Nothing go in the silo. Bring it right onto the grain mill. Just got to remember how to get there. I think I do. And get that process started to start making some bread. Then after we harvest this field, it's off to the sheep and goat pen, and we will gather that stuff and get it on down to, because I got at least 2,000 liters of goat's milk. So that should give me 4,000 liters of goat's cheese next month, I would hope. I think we also got some still inside the dairy production as well, because it did, we got like maybe a half a pallet all set ready to go. So of course, this part of the job is going to take a little while. So I think the best way to get on through this job, of course, is do a little time lapse. So I will catch you probably near the end of the harvest. So enjoy the harvest and getting the grain onto the grain mill. Actually, you know what? I'll do this now, so it's not during the time lapse because that looked like a flash. But let's go to. Oh yes, you were. I must leave that active because it's going to be going here pretty soon. But barley, we'll go ahead and activate that. And yeah, just make sure I got nothing else up there to do. Nope, everything's good to go. All right, so the second I bring the barley up, start making flour and start making bread all at the same time. And make Uncle Walter happy. All right, I'll see you at the end of the harvest.
Now I'm so fine. You look at me when I say I'm not emotional. I haven't cried for days. I run in pace. I'm so fine. Do you see me through? I don't mind it. You don't want the truth. I don't get triggered by it. Next day I can't stop spiraling. Messing my head so badly. I'm fine, I'm so fine, Billy. Tell me how to live and let it go. How the hell am I supposed to know? Messing my head, but baby I'm fine, I'm so fine. Wanna get close, but you go to sleep. So I go back out and turn the keys silently. I'm craving company. If someone else out here, call for emergency. Who can waste my time? I don't get triggered by it. Next day I can't stop spiraling. Messing my head so badly. I'm fine, I'm so fine, Billy. Tell me how to live and let it go. How the hell am I supposed to know? Messing my head, but baby I'm fine, I'm so fine. Tell me that I'm fine. Promise you I'll act like I am fine. Tell me that I'm fine. I don't get triggered by it. Say I can't stop spiraling. Messing my head so bad, but I'm fine. I'm so fine, Billy. Tell me how to live and let it go. How the hell am I supposed to know? Messing my head.
Just getting back with a second load on down to the grain mill. And nothing to get your mind going than doing a good harvest. While I've been harvesting the field, of course, been thinking about the farm itself and, the next steps and how do we get there. And I think I have an idea. I'm not sure if it's a good one or not. Well, it's kind of a good plan in a way. I think I'm going to sell. I shouldn't say think. We're going to sell the planter that I had not used. I keep saying I'm going to use it, possibly, and then I haven't. And we're year number 3, and it's just getting older and older and older. And the reason I'm not going to be using it, I don't believe, is because we currently have 3 fields that we're planting in. And I think the fields, because we're doing all the way to bread, we're going to do 1 field of wheat, barley, and oats. And just keep doing that. The reason why those 3 crops, well, I can bring them all to the grain mill to make flour to make bread. And plus, we also get straw as a byproduct out the field as well. So that will allow me to sell the planter, which I don't know how much it's worth. And that could help us get the grass field. I'm not sure exactly from here where that grass field is. I know it's just south of the farm or southwest of the farm. It's not that grass field over there. Well, I mean, I'll have a look in a second. I'm kind of getting turned around. If I remember correctly, though, it is kind of a hilly grass field. But I mean, if the planter, I have no idea how much it's worth or how big the planter is. And I think we also have the tank for the front of it to hold more seed. We'll sell both. And if I can get enough, maybe I'll buy the grass field. That'll leave me on very little bit amount of cash. But if I can get the grass field before winter, that'd be great because I can at least get a cut of grass in for the sheep and goats to get through winter. And plus, it'll allow me to also, I'm going to need to re-drill it for our environmental score bonus because I'm pretty sure it was not direct drilled. We can do that. But I'm just not sure that planter is worth that much. But then again, I really don't have a clue how much that planter is worth, along with the front container. I don't know when Uncle Walter bought it. Did he buy it brand new, or does it got have hours on it? Not a clue. Also, in the meantime, though, I do see that our fuel is getting rather low, so we'll take care of that very shortly. Oh yeah, I should also mention, because I did not. As for courseplay. A big thanks to Branding Iron, who asked me during the live stream this past week if by any chance, of course, play was disabled in my Let's Play. So I had a look, and it was. Now, I didn't disable it, but I'm thinking what happened was when Courseplay got taken off the mod hub, and it was classified as out of date, and I logged into Chambergo, I'm guessing it automatically deselected it because it was out of date. And then when I played and saved, of course, it saved it as, well, not on the mods list for the Let's Play. So when I went to New Hope and played on that, I probably had already updated Courseplay. That's why that stayed on there and not here. So if I just hit the key that's supposed to be, yeah, you can see Courseplay pops right up. So, yeah, not a problem with Courseplay. It's a problem with the user, as it usually is. And in this case, the user is me. Let's go ahead and turn that off for a second. Let's go ahead and unload here. So yeah, after we get done with this, we're going to drop off the trailer. Not going to run right up now. I don't need a rush to get the barley into the grain mill because I got 2 trailer loads up there. I also need to check the capacity of that grain mill. I have checked once before, but is it 125, 128? What is the capacity of that mill? 144 on the barley. Alright, so because we got one more field to go, I think it's all going to fit. I don't think we got that much. If we do, fantastic. If not, well, that's fine too. We have what we have. Again, that grass field I want to see, by the way, which is, yeah, it's just on the opposite, on the other side of this this building here. 137. I don't think that planter is 60,000. That does not seem like it's worth that much. But then again, farming equipment is not cheap either, so it could be. Now, of course, the one thing I don't have, like I said, are mowers. So I'll probably lease them until we can afford mowers at some point. I also got to remind myself that the baler I have does not wrap bales. That's just a baler. Which could have been a problem if it did have a wrapper on it, because if I just want grass bales for the sheep and goats, I don't think there's a way to turn off a wrapper on an all-in-one baler. So if I were wrapping grass bales and it came out, the baler's automatically going to wrap it, which I would not want it to do because I would want some grass bales for the sheep and goats. So it's good that it doesn't have the wrapper, but also kind of sucks because I do want to make some silage bales to get some money off that grass field. So it's kind of like a darn if you do, darn if you don't kind of a situation. It's like, darn, I wish I had the wrapper, but kind of glad it doesn't at the same time. Oh yeah, also, by the way, you may have seen as well, the Follow Me worker does stop to unload the bale on that. It doesn't just keep on going and dropping and kind of go over where the straw is. So that's working out rather well for me. And yeah, they're 45,000 liters per bale on straw for the 129 centimeter. While that's unloading there, Francine, appreciate your work, but we're just going to go ahead and turn this off, and we'll be using this next time for harvesting the other barley field. I'm not going to harvest the other barley field this episode. Don't want to do both in one, because after I get done harvesting that field, we're probably just going to be zipping right on through the fall and winter months, because really don't have a whole lot to do. I mean, I got these fields here. They might need to be relimed. For some reason, I thought I did put lime in these fields last season, but I might be getting mixed up with New Hope. So I'm going to go put this on the header trailer. I will swing by, top this off with some diesel. And it'll be ready to go for the next harvest. Is it coming off this way? I always forget. Which way is that leaning? It is leaning this way. Oh, I think I'm hitting the bush. No, don't push it forward. There she goes, snapped right on. Lovely. Well, since the drawbar of the header is facing this way, I guess I'll have to snap it on like so. Hello? Further? Alright, swing all the way around. Plenty of fuel to spare. Kind of. Snake our way on through. Hopefully the combine can get close enough to fuel up. It might take all of that. We'll let it fill on up. We're going to jump into now the Vultra. We're going to drop off that trailer right there for now. And let's go get that planter, bring it on down to the store. And we'll see how much we get for it. I mean, if it's just enough to buy the grass field, I won't do it because then I just won't have no money. And as I go month by month, of course, we got the loan payment. We got production fees to pay for. So I'll have to find another way. I mean, I could sell the straw bales as well for that close. I don't know how much straw we got and how much it's worth currently. But, yeah, first let's go see what we get for this planter. And it's not a direct rail planter either, so in order for me to use it, I would have to... that's down there. I would have to cultivate a field first. And I don't have a cultivator. I don't think I've ever used this particular planter. I'm guessing I'm going to get like what, 10 to 20,000 maybe for this hopper. And as for the planter, maybe 30,000. And so the grass field again is going to be, as I probably knock down every sign on the way there to the store. Maybe I won't be able to see it from down here. I think it's going to be this grass field right here. Yes, this looks like it. Very steep, as you can see in some areas. But luckily with the Vultra and the mowers I use, should be able to handle it. It'll be a question, though, if the small tractor that we currently have on the baler, we know we can run it on flat ground, but when it comes to doing that hill, it could be questionable. But we do have the other tractor that I believe is 170 horsepower. So that should be able to run it behind us. I mean, if I guess it comes down to it, I do want to make silage bales. I'm going to be leasing the mowers. It wouldn't be too bad to go ahead and lease the wrapper for the round bales either. I hope I'm surprised on the prices. Again, I really have no idea. Because I've never used this particular setup, so I don't know the price of it. Or the ballpark of what it should be. Again, it's kind of sad. I'm selling a lot of the stuff Uncle Walter bought for the farm. I've kept the two tractors at least so far. And I kept the grain trailer. Just make sure we don't sell the Vulture. That'd be... oh, man. I would just pack my bags and go home. So, let's go ahead to repair. No, repaint. I'm not going to repaint it either. 14,444. So, that's not bad. I said 10 to 20. And this is 54,000. So yes, it does get me enough to where I can buy that. Again, how much is that field? 137. That would leave me right now with like 3,000 or 4,000. So currently on straw, where's my straw? Currently I got almost $8,000 worth of straw. By the time I do the other field, I might have 12. All right. So, sorry, the brain is going a mile a minute here. If I were, let's see, it's August, September, October. No, if I could cut the grass in the August, I'd get another cut with it in the fall. So if I were to get, where are the mowers? The mind's going too fast to concentrate on what I'm doing here. I know I've gone past them twice. No, I haven't. They're down here. I would like to get. If I were to lease that, oh wow, that's almost 8,000 in itself. And then lease that, that'd be 8,000. Whoops. And then on wrappers, I would need to get this one here, I think, right? Where does it say this saw? Yeah, right here. That would do the round one if I lease that. That'd be like 10 grand. And then, of course, I would get the money for selling the silage. I think also with his pack, the bales ferment in a month now. I think I found that out on New Hope. And he said that they ferment in a month now. So that... is he going to do it? I think we're going to buy the grass field. And we'll be cutting the grass in August. I'm not going to do the whole precision farming on the field on the first cut. Because that would be just not wise to do so. Although I think it takes in consideration when you buy the field, the score is going to be there anyways. So I may soil sample it no matter what. I think when you buy the field, precision farming kicks in, and it'll just say an overall score of 50. At least it'll give me another source of income for a while. I didn't really want to get into grass cutting, but since the sheep and goats are kind of, I don't want to say they're desperate for food, but they probably will be. Let's go in field number 39. 137. Yes, we'll buy that. So when I go to precision farming, does it already have the score there? It does. So might as well do the soil sampling for it. So since the grass is ready for harvest, I'm not going to be able to put any fertilizer on it. But we will be cutting that grass in the month of August. There is rain in the forecast. You may have seen that in the upper right-hand corner, but that's not coming until the afternoon hours, so I got some time. So yeah, I'll probably be selling these straw bales. Well, probably. I will be, because I need to afford leasing the mowers and the wrapper. All right, we're just going to go ahead and grab this tractor here. We'll drop off the baler for now. No, let's bring the baler with me. At least bring it up to the farmyard. Yeah, so I think this is a good idea. This is gonna help us out. Yes, it does make my bank account look awfully empty, but that's the part of farming, isn't it? Especially in the early years. And since I'm not doing contracts on the series or any other thing, we can only earn money from doing stuff and work on our own farm. This is the way it's what we got to do. I do have a soil sampler on this farm, I do believe. I think I got a soil sampler on both my farms. Soil sampler, yes, I see you. I mean, maybe I can try fertilizing the field. We'll have to see what kind of condition the field is in. From here, though, how do I get to that field? Just take the top road and that will get me there. Okay. I mean, we know we can get there from the bottom road as well. But at least we get to use a small tractor. Okay, so how do I enter the grass field from here? Ah, right here. Alright, so we need the mini-map up. Let's go ahead and unfold the sampler. Of course, I got to pay for these samples, but it shouldn't be that expensive. We should be able to afford it. Okay, wasn't really expected to be doing this today, but plans change like always. My mind just got going when I was harvesting, and I was like, you know what? That planter you have there, have you thought about using it? I have. Have you used it? No. Do you think you'll be using it next year? Probably not. Then what are you doing? Sell it. Okay, send the samples in. Yes, please. $600 for the samples. Am I actually destroying the crop? It looks like I'm destroying grass. Alright. It actually said the nitrogen is, it says it's okay, but it's not the best, and pH value is kind of bad. Let me get out of this field. I'm actually destroying the grass. Let me go to here. I mean, it still says ready for harvest, but you can see my tire marks in the grass field. Well, I think I knocked it back a harvest stage. That is interesting. So yeah, we'll have to harvest the other barley field before we get over to this grass field. We'll sell all the straw that we get, and hopefully we get a good amount more. So I need, you know, really about, well, I got enough, because I got $4,000 now. And what did I say I currently got on straw? Like 8,000? Straw. I got about $8,000 worth of straw. Yeah, we're good on that. So just by selling the current straw we got now, that should allow us to lease the mowers and also the wrapper for the bales that we're going to make for some silage, and we'll get our money back. And then some on the silage bales next month when we sell them. And then when I cut the grass again in November, that grass will be for the sheep and goats. So now we don't have to worry about the sheep and goats. I think that's a good plan moving forward. So one barley field done, another to go, and then we'll be cutting a grass field. So a lot more work to do next time. I didn't want to harvest 2 fields in one episode because I thought that'd be too much. Because you saw a lot of harvesting in that field there. That field does need to be plowed, I saw as well. So I'm probably going to wait until we cut the grass again the second time in November-ish. And then after I cut it, we will lime it, plow it, and re-drill it as grass. And then that field will be ready to go. I just had, for a minute there, I was thinking, should I maybe put the grass in one of these fields and turn that into an arable field? Probably not. For as steep as that is, our combine's going to have a problem harvesting that field, just like I do on the field that we're going to be harvesting next time. But yeah, this field here, pH value needs to be redone, and so does that one. But all the planting we're going to be doing is in the springtime on this map, because, calendar. We can do barley, we can do oats, and we can do wheat all in March. So when we cut the grass for the second time in November, that's when we can go around and get all the fields done with lime. Hopefully we'll have the money by then. Oh yeah, I might actually have some bread left over from last year too. Yes, I got some bread left over from last year as well. Price isn't the greatest, but if I need some extra change, we do got some goat cheese. Yeah, I should have some pallets already ready to go. $16.97. Okay, it's got still kind of ways to go, but we do got some cash lying around somewhat. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today. If you made it this far into the video, congratulations. If you want to help me a little bit more, you can hit that thumbs up button. Does more than you know. Thumbs down button's there as well. If you want to hit that, go right on ahead. It's your choice. And if you're new here and you like this kind of content, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on decisions that like we made today. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Chambergo. But until then, have a good one.